Hey, it's Vana, and welcome back to Dark Souls, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, we made our way to the bottom of Blighttown, to this terrible swamp, where we faced off against Chaos Witch Quelaag, and we failed 2 times in a row. She's actually a really hard boss, especially if you don't have summons. So this time around, I'm actually going to use a summon. We're going to hit all of these summoning signs up and see if anyone gets summoned, just because I really do hate this boss, and I think we're crippled, or we're handicapped, I guess. Those are synonymous words, because we have a chaos weapon, and I think it's dealing reduced damage even though it's like fully upgraded. So we do need some help, and just to keep the Let's Play moving, I will get somebody. So we have John Doe here. We're going to wave to him, and we're going to go ahead and go to the Chaos Witch Quelaag. Alright, so I'm not really sure what the best route is. I can't remember if the first time I was down here, if I had the Rusted Iron Ring or not, which lets you move freely in the water. I mean, you can take the time out to not get poisoned. Where's this guy? Is he following me? Yeah, he is. You can take the time out to not get poisoned, but it's really not that big of a deal, especially when you can just... Oh, why did I switch? Alright, I need to switch that out. We definitely need the purple moss clumps more than we need the, blooming purple moss clumps, which gets rid of toxic, not poison. I don't even know if... Oh, wow, where'd that come from? I don't know, but let's keep moving, shall we? We just need to make it to land. Oh, I forgot there's a boulder guy over there, yeah. Alright, made it to land. Let's use one of these. You can see that since we've leveled up, we're not taking nearly as much damage from the poison as we were like the first time. Or I don't even know if I ever got poisoned in the early game, but I know I mentioned that it's really bad. So yeah, now that we've leveled up quite a bit, we're not taking nearly as much damage as we would have. So I don't know if it's a good idea to summon Maneater Mildred here. Actually, no, it's actually better just to summon someone else. We can have 2. So yeah, let's actually get an actual person. There's so many summoning signs. The first time I played this game on Steam, there were like none. Maybe because they switched the services from Microsoft Windows, or Games for Windows Live. Alright, so my game just crashed. I don't know what it is about this week, and I know it doesn't really make much sense to you guys because the recordings are all over the place as opposed to you. It's different from my actual recording schedule. But man, there's been so many problems this week with recording. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, the game crashed. So now we've lost our phantoms, and I guess all it's going to give me now is Maneater Mildred, which I didn't really want. I mean, if you have the opportunity to get actual phantoms, it's much better. I mean, we're still human since we can... Yeah, the game crashing wouldn't have changed it. I mean, this game is like always saving, which is the nice thing about it. But it's weird that those summoning signs are gone now. So I guess we'll just do one quick lap just to see if any appear. That would be really nice, because I'd rather have an actual person than an NPC. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. Maybe we'll get lucky if we die this time and come back. Alright, let's get Maneater Mildred and hope that she does a better job this time, because the last time the Chaos Witch put lava all over the place and then Maneater Mildred just kept running into it, and that's not good. Alright, Maneater Mildred acquired. Just want to do a double check just to make sure there are no summoning signs. Does not look like it. Needed to hand my weapon, which I didn't the first time. I mean, I switched to it, but I didn't have it the whole time. Where is our... There we go. We need to grab our souls and humanity real quick. He's going to lunge at me. Okay, how did that hit me? Get out of the lava. I'm like taking a bath in the lava. Maneater Mildred, you need to do your job. Okay, we need to use Estus Flask now. And we need to get as far away from this situation as possible. Okay, so this is what we want. We want the spider to be attacking Maneater Mildred, and then we want to just jab at it from the back. Like so. I don't think this chaos weapon... Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah. No, why are you going to turn your aggro to me? Why are you going to turn your aggro to me? Can't see anything. Sometimes it does that. The camera gets locked behind the spider. I think we're just going to run for it, and now use an Estus Flask. There we go. Probably should use another one because if it does that magic attack again, that magic area of effect attack. Oh, God. See, it wasn't even aggroed onto me, and it still jumped on me. Okay, I'm doing too many attacks. That's what's going on here. I need to, like, swipe, and then get out of there. See, the time I did this successfully the first time, it was aggroed onto Maneater the whole time. Now it's like, getting aggroed onto her for a second, and then turning to me, as you can see here. So, come on, Maneater. I'm not even sure how much damage Maneater Mildred does. Okay. So it does like an area effect magic attack there. If we were too close, it would have just flat out killed me. Luckily, I knew it was going to happen. Not sure what the animation is, though, but anytime it spews lava from the front, that's the best time to attack it. Oh, crap! Forgot it does that. What's going on here? Alright. Yeah, it has a lot of attacks. Where's Maneater? Is she dead? Maneater? Okay, she's behind her. Good. Turn around, please. Quelaag. Yeah, I do not like this boss fight. I mean, when you're on New Game Plus and you have upgraded weapons and stuff, it's not really that difficult. Oh, get out! I knew that was happening. Could have killed me right there if I was out of that falling animation. Could have jumped on me and killed me. Okay, let's use 2 more. I have to use 2 even though it's not efficient just because it will kill me if it does the magic attack and I get hit by it. Okay, that was a miss. All I really needed to do was stay onto Maneater. But Maneater's not even doing anything. She's just rolling around. Okay. Trying to take a look at how much damage Maneater does. Oh, she actually does a lot. Yeah, so this is an instance... Wow, she actually does a lot. Okay. This is an instance where you really do want an NPC summon. I just don't like this boss. Alright. Let's not get hit by that. If it turns around, the deal's pretty much sealed. Just gotta keep an eye out this right here, right? It's hard to tell if it's gonna do the area of effect thing or if it's going to like spew lava from the front. Nevertheless, oh boy, thanks to Maneater Mildred's help, the Chaos Witch is dead. We get the soul of Quelaag, twin humanities, and how many souls do 20,000. There we go. Okay, yeah, I do not like that boss. I mean, it's not really difficult when you're on New Game Plus and you have upgraded weapons, but I don't know, we do have an upgraded weapon. Again, I just do not know if, because that thing uses fire, or chaos as this game calls it, and we have a chaos weapon, do we deal less? I mean, it seems like it because this is +5, and we weren't doing that much. Nevertheless, it's dead, and here we have another lever, which is going to activate the second bell. Alright, achievement unlocked, ring the bell, Quelaag's domain. We got a homeward bone for our efforts. We also have almost 36,000 souls. If you're playing like me, and you saw that cutscene, you're probably like, where in the world is that gate? I have no clue. I actually know where it is. It's near that bonfire, near the undead church, or the undead parish. But before we go back that way, we're going to continue a little bit further here, because there's some cool stuff down here that we want to see. So let's go ahead and do that. But we could go back the other way and go to where that door just opened. Alright, so this is something, but we can't activate it just yet. There's actually an opening over here as well, but if we come over to right here and hit this wall, it's going to disappear. See, one of the craziest things about this game is that they put so much stuff into complete illusions. Imagine if no one ever knew. Imagine if there's still an illusory wall that people don't know about and there's something behind it. I mean, that's not going to be the case because people can data mine the stuff and find out if that's true. But anyways, you guys get my point. Like, wait till you see what's behind this wall and just imagine people that never knew this existed.
Oh dear, what have we here? Are you a new servant?
Yes, sure, fine.
But you have no eggs. No matter. Go along and have audience with our fair lady. I pray that you will mind your manners.
I wonder if he says that same thing if you're playing a female character. You have no eggs. Because technically females do have eggs. I would imagine so. Anyways, here we have the deformed sister of Quelaag, who also is a spider with tits, pretty much, who cannot talk. Now, there is an item you can have that I believe does give her dialogue. I think you can just understand it or something like that. I never really understood that. I forget which item it is. But anyways, we can reinforce Estes Flask here, which means she's a Firekeeper, but we don't have any Firekeeper souls. We can also enter a Covenant, which will actually net me an achievement. We don't even have to say yes. Covenant Chaos Servant, achievement unlocked. That's the weird thing about this game. You don't even have to join the Covenant to get the achievements for joining the Covenants. What Covenant are we in? Whatever one we're in, it doesn't matter. I think we're in the Way of the White. So yeah, we'll join. Okay, we've been given Pyromancy, Great Chaos Fireball, but we don't have the means to use Pyromancy just yet. Covenant established. So the whole point of this Covenant is you can offer humanity. I think there's like 3 ranks. One of them is 10, I believe. One of them is 30. One of them is 80. You actually get nothing at 80, so I don't know. I don't understand the point of donating 80. But when we give her 30, she gives us a Pyromancy and also opens up a shortcut over there to the left, which will actually help us out with Solaire's side quest. So maybe we'll do that. I'll try and save all of my humanities in order to do that, but I don't know if I want to grind for humanities, because I actually did that already in another playthrough. We can talk to her, and she has no dialogue. She actually can't speak or something. So we're done here for now. I'm not going to offer any humanities. There's also a bonfire here, which I didn't mention. But before we use its features, let's talk to this guy.
Are you prepared to dedicate yourself, then, if you need?
I didn't mean to skip that. I thought he was saying something we've already heard. Let's talk to him.
There is no time for idle chat. Think only of our fair lady and what she may need. There is nothing to say to you, except if you lay a hand on the fair lady, you should be prepared to face my wrath.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots.
There is nothing to except you.
Okay, so he can upgrade our Pyromancy Flame, which we don't have yet. We can also buy the Servant roster from him, which basically is a weird item that just lets you check the leaderboard of how many humanity people have donated. And they've got to be hacking, because the most, like the top #1 slot is usually at, I think it's either 800,000 or 80,000, which is a crazy amount of humanity to farm and donate. Anyways, we have a wall here, and this is the wall I was talking about. If we were to donate 30 humanity, she opens up that wall, and we can do something with Solaire that I don't want to mention just yet. I don't know if we'll be able to do that or not, because I'm still not fully knowledgeable on how that works. Like, you know, how soon you have to do that before it's too late. Anyways, let's go ahead and level up, shall we? How many points in strength can we put up? I mean, we're pretty much like a glass cannon at this point, but yeah, we'll just stick to strength until we get it to 40. So, 34 strength, not bad. And now we want to go this way. Goodbye, Chaos Servants. Or Chaos Servant, I guess just the egg guy is a Chaos Servant. Okay, and where was that other... There we go. We want to go this way now. This is a path that leads to a place that you don't want to come to until much later in the game. But there is one thing that we can do, which really isn't going to benefit us that much, but I still want to show you guys because it's pretty interesting. For anyone that's played this game, you probably know what I'm talking about. Here we have a bonfire. Here we have a whole bunch of these egg guys. Some of them actually attack you, but we still don't want to attack them. I think it just ruins your standing with the that covenant that we just joined if you were to kill some of those guys. There's nothing over there. Actually, we'll pass it anyways. Maybe not on camera. Maybe not on video, because you guys probably don't want to see me just backtrack all the way. But yeah, here we're in the Demon Ruins. And there's not much to do other than go through this giant fog gate, which was always interesting to me because this is one of the only fog gates you can actually just walk around. Like, we could have just, I guess, hugged that wall. Although it is dangerous, obviously. Alright, so let's continue forward, where no doubt treasure awaits us. So far, there are just broken pillars and stuff. To our left, you see that weird-looking dome thing with roots all around it. We can actually enter there, but not until later into the game. Okay. So right around this bend, we will see the magnificent sight that is the Ceaseless Discharge. No, I'm not making that name up. That's actually what this horrible abomination is. But it's kind of odd that he's not attacking me, right? You can make out a face to the right there with all of those eyes. He looks like he's writhing in pain. I assume it's a he. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is a he. But yeah, it's got like horns, and it's gross, basically. We can attack it, and that would start a boss fight, but we're not going to do that. We're going to go right over here to where the gold-hemmed set is. And that actually activates the Ceaseless Discharge. So what we want to do now is run our ass all the way back to that fog gate. Now, you can't attack him if you're on, like, New Game Plus, or if you have the means to. Whoa! I'm not even sure what his attacks are. I don't remember if I've ever killed this thing normally or not. I assume I have, because I'm usually down for doing stuff like that, doing things differently in a different playthrough than I did the last time. But yeah, what we want to do is we want to run all the way back to the fog gate. He should be chasing us, and we're pretty ahead of schedule, I guess. Frame rate is dropping quite a bit. But yeah, the Ceaseless Discharge is this guy's name. Pretty terrible name in my opinion. But sometimes things get lost in translation. This is a Japanese game after all. Okay, so he's going to lunge at us, and he's going to put his hand right here as if to tell us to attack it. Look at that amazing damage that we are doing. Isn't that a lot? We're just going to keep whacking away, and eventually he's going to die. It's basically a free boss, pretty much. Victory achieved. Probably the best victory we've ever gotten, right? Okay, it's actually going to play a cutscene too. Basically what's going on here is the lava is cooling, and that's going to allow us to progress further into the demon ruins. You have to do this first, I think. I mean, I've always done it first just because it's easy. But I'm pretty sure you have to do that first. So we got a humanity and a homeward bone. And now we can basically go down there where he dissipated. But we're not going to, because if we were to do that, eventually we'd come to a door that we could not progress past until we get a certain item, which I'm not going to go into detail about because obviously that's going to be spoilers. So how many souls did we get? Not bad for just running, pretty much. I guess you can still die there, I mean, if you get hit by his attacks. But yeah, if you want to do it the cheap way, he gets activated once you... See, these guys are going to attack me, actually, but that's fine because they're slow. And we can also go down there, wrap around there, and go to where all those things are in the distance. But we're not going to do that, as I've been saying. Okay, so let's go back to this bonfire. And actually, let's level up. I think we'll get at least one more point. 2 points, not bad. So we are 4 points off from getting the Demon Great Machete. And then we'll upgrade that, because this Chaos weapon is fully upgraded. I think you can only upgrade an enchanted weapon plus 5. So I think this is fully upgraded because it is a Chaos S-Stock plus 5. Whereas if you were not to enchant a weapon, you could do it plus 15. And in a lot of cases, that's better. Alright, so back in Quailag's domain. Now we have a couple of places that we can go to. We can go to the place that just opened up from opening the 2 bells, but we're not, because we still haven't explored the other area, the forest area, which we're going to have to do eventually anyways, and it's actually easier, I believe, than doing this. So I'm trying to think if there's any shortcuts. I don't think so. I think we're just going to have to basically go back to the swamp, up the wheel, through Drake Valley, into New Londo, which we haven't been yet. We've also not been into Drake Valley. And then back to Firelink Shrine, back to where the undead perishes, and yeah, then we'll get close to the forest. And I'll basically get up to that point, get up to New Londo, which we haven't seen before, and then I'll just skip ahead to where I get to the forest, because you guys have seen everything else. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we will do exactly what I just said, and I will see you guys there. Bye-bye.